Y'all hold on a second. I feel like doing a little talking tonight, man. I really haven't been saying much. I got Let me go cut my inverter on so that my thing can charge. Hold on. Anyway, I really haven't been saying much, man. I really haven't been going live like I want to. They got this team that Emmy has put together, this group of COs and military personnel to come out and target me and take control of my electronics, my cell phone, basically control all of my affairs, what I have going on, in hopes of stopping me or slowing me down from what I'm going to accomplish in life. And what I'm going to accomplish in life is I'm going to have her ass put in jail. I'm going to have Bill locked up. I'm going to have a few other people put in prison for the rest of their life. So in hopes of slowing that down and in hopes of stopping me from exposing these jokers for what they've done and all the men that they have killed, all the men that refuse to transform into faggots and nays, they went out and killed them, hunted them down and murdered them dead. Okay. So, and they done this under order of Bill and Emmy. So all this falls back on Bill Gates and Emmy and Mark and the police, law enforcement, right? All these jokers could be put in prison. Well, they know that, and they know that that's what my goal is. I make videos about it, and it ain't no secret that that's what I'm going to do. It ain't no secret that I'm going to bring down the brick wall. The brick wall's done, okay? And they know that. So in an act to slow me down and try to prevent these things from happening, they got it set up to where I can't make Facebook Lives. I can't, right now, I'm trying to change the password on my Facebook, okay? Because I had people logging into my Facebook. What they'll do, let me explain to you how this works. You can go out and buy a phone just like the phone that I have, okay? And by doing so, you're able to log into different devices, and it looks as if it's my device logging in, okay? It's as simple as having the same kind of fucking phone that I have, okay? And it'll show up on my end that whatever the fuck my phone is what logged in, okay? And that's what they do, okay? So all of my devices are being monitored by different devices, okay? The police, when they send these CIs to school and prison and stuff like this, the police train them how to do this, okay? This is called roping a man off, and you rope a man off through the man's electronics, okay? So basically, it works like this: every fucking body that I call in my phone, everybody I send a text message to in my phone, every fucking ad that is posted on Facebook, all that shit, they're in complete control of. Okay, so when I fire off a phone call, this team that Emmy has put together to control everything, every part of my life, to try and make sure and hinder me from what I'm doing. Okay, that's what their job is. That is their only fucking job, is to hinder me in any fucking way, shape, fashion, or form. Hinder him. Stop him. Make him stop. Okay? So, in doing so, what happens is when I fire off a phone call from my device, it's actually filtered through one of these motherfuckers' devices. Okay? When I send a text message from my device, it's actually filtered through one of these motherfuckers' devices. And they redirect that text message to where they want that text message to go. Okay? Now, that's called roping somebody off. The police train these ICs. When you go to prison and you go to jail, you're going to find out. The police train these ICs how to use these phones, how to use computers and stuff like that. And they're giving phones that have capabilities that everybody else don't have. Okay? That a normal motherfucker like myself wouldn't have. If you're a legitimate man, you was born into this world as a man with a set of blue eyes in your head. These motherfuckers have capabilities that they'll never allow you to have. Okay? Simply because you're a man with blue eyes in your head. You're a B. Okay? So, with that said, these motherfuckers are allowed to sit on their device and watch you like a movie. You're in the bathroom taking a shit. You're in the privacy of your truck, beating your fucking meat. You're hemmed up with a girl somewhere, getting laid. You're fucking you're in the shower. You're in the goddamn truck stop taking a shower. These faggots are able to sit outside on their phone and watch you like a goddamn movie. Okay? That's what you don't fucking know. Okay? So with that said, when they wrote these men off, such as my fucking self, they take control of all of my affairs, my fucking job, my phone calls, my personal love life. This is called framework. Okay. Well, it's actually there's a lot that it's called, but a lot of this is framework. Okay. This falls under the guidelines of framework. Okay. So they rope a motherfucker off. They take control of every fucking thing that this man has fucking going on until they kill that individual. This is designed to kill the targeted individual. Okay. Now, I told you that to tell you this. If you are a legitimate man, you're an 8, such as myself. All these motherfuckers have 6. They've sold their soul to the devil. Bill Gates is their God. Bill Gates is the God of hell. Okay? Bible said it's the number of a man. 666. That is Bill Gates. Okay? Now, the police have sold their soul to Bill. Emmy has sold her soul to Bill. All of these motherfuckers have sold their soul to the devil. So their numerical value is what? 6. Okay? So if you haven't 6'd, then you're an 8. Okay? Now, if you are an 8, at some point in your life, they have put you to sleep and chipped your ass. So that little damn laptop you see sitting in the police's car or whatever, you're on their screen at all times. The police target 8s. Okay? So at any given fucking time, you're on their screen. They know when you're riding by them, when you're walking by their fucking car, wherever you are, you're popping up on their fucking map. You ever heard of somebody saying you're on the police's radar? Do you know that's a literal goddamn term? They literally have a goddamn radar. A fucking radar. And you pop up on their goddamn radar. Okay? That's an 8 right there. That's a legitimate fucking man. And they target your fucking ass. Not only do they target you, they monitor every goddamn thing you fucking do. If you have blue eyes in your head and you have an Adam's apple, you're a real fucking man. You was born into, I don't mean a Peter Pan. I don't mean you went through transformation and you look like a man. I don't mean you're a fucking nay-nay. I mean if you are a real fucking man, you are a target of the police. Okay? There's no men cops. They're all faggots or nay-nays. And I hate to be so blunt. They're nay or fucking gay. There's no in between. There are no legitimate straight cops. None. They're either gay or nay. Period. There's no straight, legitimate, straight, white COs. They're either nay or gay. Period. No in between. Bill and Emmy won't allow it no other way. You're either nay or you're a flaming fucking faggot. No other way. Period. Okay? So that is their motive for targeting these white males that are straight with blue eyes. That's their motive. They're jealous. Bill and Emmy done made them get their shit chopped off and sewed up and transformed and all that. They mad. They mad as hell. But they're mad at the wrong one. They should be killing the motherfuckers that made them do that. But instead, they're mad at the Buckies. The men. Okay? You got to know that. Like I told you, I've said it a million times. Why do they call culinary arts culinary art? Culinary? That's the fucking art of murdering men through their fucking colons. Okay? And the police send these ICs to fucking school to learn how to target men through their fucking colon and murder them dead. Murder them fucking dead. And the sad reality is that they have been getting away with this for a long fucking time. Yeah. A long fucking time. There's no, bro, when you go to fucking jail, there's no fucking men in the men facilities. And the women that are in the women facilities are fucking nays. They used to be a goddamn man. Okay? And the men that are in the men facilities are fucking naked. They used to be fucking females. And if they find out that you are a fucking buck in prison, they're going to kill your motherfucking ass. And the police train them how to do it. These motherfuckers put you to sleep in your fucking cell, my nigga. They will stick you with a fucking needle in your fucking cell. All of the cells are voice activated. These motherfuckers are triggering. These motherfuckers are making things happen with their fucking mouth. It could be something as simple as talking about smoking weed. That cuts on the goddamn hazing system. They're trained to use their fucking mouth to control everything. So these motherfuckers will literally gas you in your fucking cell, put you to sleep, and stick you with fucking needles, bro. Until you are fucking dead. And then they will rule your death natural causes. He just died natural causes. We don't know what happened. Yeah. And the police train them to do it. Okay. When you get to jail and prison, you're going to notice that everybody's into books. Books. Well, most in part because you got a TV or you can read a book. What the fuck you going to do? But when you really start getting into all the books, you're going to find out I have a lot of books. Motherfucker. I got lucky. I didn't want to do this, but everything that the police train these motherfuckers in what's called what I'm going to call cop art. Okay? Every fucking thing is art. Okay? It is a sin for these motherfuckers to communicate like I'm communicating right now. They have to art every fucking thing. And when you get into the art, you're going to find out that all of the art revolves around murdering men, murdering bees. Okay? And I'll give you an example of that. What's your understanding of a teddy bear? A teddy bear. A bee. B-E-A-R. A bear. A bee. Well, you just thought it was a teddy bear, didn't you? Okay? I'll give you another example. What's your understanding of Pokemon? Pokemon. What's a mon? A man. So somebody comes in with a Pokemon tattoo. What does that mean? Apparently you're a man. They want to stick with a fucking needle. That's what a Pokemon is. That's art. And the police train these. That's two examples. They're fucking billions. Why do they call a buck a buck? Spell buck. B-U-C-K. A what? A bee. What's a U? U's Jesus Christ. The I is who? Who do they worship? The I. Who's the I? The I is the devil. There's a U and there's an I. There's a Jesus and there's a devil, right? Okay, so now you're a B-U what? C-K. Now what's your understanding of book? There you go. A pit bull. What's a bull? A bull's a male, ain't it? A what? A B what? A U what? A L-L what? A B-U-L-L, right? So what's your understanding of a bull? Okay. A pit bull. No, what is it? What the fuck is this? Why they call Adolf Hitler Adolf Hitler? What is this it shit about? A pit bull. What is this it about? Do you know what it is? Does anybody know what the fuck it is? Okay. Well, let me explain to you what it originally was. It, first of all, is the testimony of Jesus Christ and everything that Jesus Christ stood for. Okay. That's what it is. And that's why hell hates it. Because it being the truth reminds them of the reality that they sold their soul to Bill and they are going to hell. They are going to burn in a fire. It reminds them of that. Every time they hear it, every time they look at it, every time they think about it, it reminds them of the reality that one day they're going to drop off into a fire. And they don't want to think about that. I wouldn't want to think about that either. I'd be like, I'd hate it too. That would be the last thing I wanted to think about. Okay? So that's why they hate it. It being Jesus Christ, by the way. Now, if you could pretend like it ain't true and it don't exist, well, then you create a false reality for yourself and you live in that la-la land and you don't have to deal with the fact that one day your ass is going to hell. So I'm saying? So you don't have to deal with that. I hate it. Fuck it. Goddamn, let's erase it off the earth. Let's kill all the itters and get rid of them. Well, you can do that. And they have pretty much done that. But it doesn't change the fact that one day you're going to have to deal with what the fuck you done. It doesn't change the fact that one day you're going to deal with what you done. And you can erase it off the earth. But one day you're going to close your eyes and you ain't going to breathe no more. Your life is going to leave your body. And you're going to have to deal with it then. You're going to have to deal with it then. Even though you lived your whole fucking life in a false reality. You deleted it from your mind. One day you got to deal with that. And it ain't nobody's fucking fault but your own. Anyway. So now what's a pit bull? Well, that's a man. That's a legitimate man, right? Uh-huh. A itter, right? A pit bull, right? Now what's your understanding of a pit bull? That's called art. Okay? Simple as that. A German Shepherd. What's your fucking understanding of a German Shepherd? A German Shepherd? Man. A fucking man. Bill and Emmy has turned the whole world into faggots and nay-nays. You're either fucking flaming faggot or you're a fucking nay. The whole goddamn world. Okay? So if you're none of those things, such as myself, then you're a bull, right? I ain't a faggot. I ain't a nay. I am the motherfucker I was born into. My name's Tyler Dean Taylor. That's who I was born into the world as, right? I have a pair of balls between my legs that I was born with, bro. Right? So I'm a bull, right? I'm a man, right? Okay, so now what's your understanding of a German Shepherd? What's your understanding of a Great Pyrenees? Great. All these are dogs, right? That's called art, my friend. What's your understanding of a white Freightliner with a long gear shifter? Freightliner. So I'm saying that's all art. Okay? This is rain art. And Bill, Emmy, and the police as a team have trained these faggots in this. Okay? So basically all this is transparent communication. Okay? It seems as if I'm talking about a dog, German Shepherd. You know what I'm saying? For example, what if I said that I was, stuck in a pond with a bunch of piranhas? Spell piranha. You see the nay in piranha? So now what did I just say? Now what's your understanding of a fucking piranha? What if I said I'm surrounded by anacondas? Anaconda? Oh, a fucking ant, right? A bunch of fucking nay-nays, right? That target bulls, right? Okay? So the whole goddamn animal kingdom is set up around this transparent communication. Okay? Everything. What if I said I was pursuing a hammerhead shark? Shark is art. Oh, you got blue eyes, then what are you? Well, you're art, right? According to hell, right? You got to be real careful the theology you receive from hell because they're not smart at all. They're dumbasses. I mean, truthfully, they're dumbasses. There's a song called Stupefy. I think it's by Disturbed. And it's basically talking about this shit right here. He said, I begin to stupefy. Because everything you have to fucking stupefy for hell. And understanding is fucking stupid. It's dumb shit. Okay? Here's another good example. Distilled water. Distilled, what did I say? Is still water. The other shit, they have took and they have filtered all of the nutrients out of it, all of the minerals, anything that your body might use resourcefully anything that might help your body, they filter out of the fucking water and just give you a fucking jug of bullshit. Won't do anything for you. So this is Bill's way of letting you know distilled water is still water. Distilled. It's still fucking water. Okay? It's called a locality. I really hate these faggots. On God, I hate these faggots. There's no such thing as cancer. God. There's another one. Can what? Sir. What are they doing? What's a sir? What do they fucking sir? A sir's a man, right? Okay. So why the fuck they call cancer? Cancer. Because they've been killing men with cancer through their organs, their liver, their colon. Like I just said, culinary arts is called culinary arts for a reason. I don't give a fuck how they spell it. Culinary is fucking culinary arts. It's the art that they've trained these little fucking nays in to target and kill fucking men. Kill them dead. Through their fucking colon. Yeah. They give these motherfuckers cancer and they let them die. Really, the way they do it is they like I just told you, they'll put your ass to sleep and stick you in jail. They'll give your ass HIV, AIDS, hepatitis. That by itself already destroys your insides. Okay. And then they'll feed you a strict diet of fucking trash and go ahead and finish off your fucking inside. Before you know it, your stomach swole up, you got cirrhosis of the liver, you have colon cancer. Your shit's out here like this, and you fucking die. And these faggots get away with murder. Nick gets away with murder. The Rain gets away with murder. The police get away with fucking murder. I'll tell you something. The police aren't good people. These people are fucking evil. These are evil people. They put on a good show. They're trained in narcissism. The police, where do you think the word, let's spell narcissism. Okay. Let's dissect this word. Okay. Narcissism. Narcissism. I hate my fucking phone. N-A-R-C what? N-A-R-C-I-S-S-I-S-T. Do you notice the C-I in narcissism? Okay. So if you work for the police, what are you? You're a CI, right? You're IC. You're ISIS, right? Okay. So now let's look at this word. Narcissist. You also want to notice the nay at the front of the word narcissist. Okay? Well, the police train these motherfuckers in full-blown narcissism. We look like good people. We act like good people. We're clean. We're in good shape. We look good. But we're lying goddamn murderers. Okay? They train these motherfuckers in this. Their whole theology, their whole teachings revolve around murdering bees. Everything. All right, let me tell you something. When I was in jail, I messed around and got a hold of 3 different Qurans. We had, what was it, a noble Quran, a noble Quran, noble, N-O-B-L-E, that says no Billy. Okay. That's image version of the Quran. There's no such thing as no fucking Elijah Muhammad. All that's bullshit. Even though that they deceive you into thinking that's who they're worshiping. They're worshiping Bill and they're worshiping Emma. Okay? They're not worshiping no fucking Elijah Muhammad. All that's bullshit. No fucking such thing. Okay? Elijah. It's a fucking lie. Elijah. Use your fucking head. Okay? No such thing. They're worshiping Emmy. They're worshiping Bill. Okay? And you'll find that out when you go to jail. Anyway, so I got a hold of 3 different Qurans. And I got to reading the fucking Qurans. And that's when I found out that every fucking thing they worship revolves around murdering male bees. If you got blue eyes, if you have Adam's apples in your head, if you have an Adam's apple in your fucking throat, and you are a white male, their whole goddamn religion revolves around murdering your ass. And it also teaches these motherfuckers how to kill motherfuckers such as myself and act innocent as fuck. Like, we ain't done anything. We're good people. It's narcissism. Okay? And the police train these motherfuckers in that. Full blown goddamn narcissism. These motherfuckers that kill your goddamn ass and show up at your motherfucking funeral crying. Acting like they love you more than anything in the goddamn world. My own freaking mother murdered. She was part. My mother's ISIS. My own mother played a role in my father's death. And this bitch cried for 2 years over my dad dying. And she the bitch that killed him. She's the motherfucker that has, she helped him kill him. Dead. Cirrhosis of liver, colon cancer. Killing bees, killing men. It's all the police care about. You will find that out if you fuck around and go to prison and you have to enter into prison industry's private sector, you're going to find out why it's private. Okay? Number one, they're regening these motherfuckers. If you're a white man, they're regening you into a black man. Okay? And you'll live the life as a black man as you go about your life targeting these males and killing them. Targeting these white males with blue eyes and murdering them dead. You'll go about your life as a black man. If you're a black man, they'll regene you into a white man. And you'll go about your life as a white man. As you got them target these bees and kill them. Because that's all they care about is targeting and murdering bees. They don't care about anything else. They don't give a fuck what you do. But you're going to go out and you're going to help them exterminate these goddamn bucks off the face of the earth. These men off the face of the earth. That's all they fucking give a fuck about. Don't care about anything else but that. Okay? The police aren't good people. The police, excuse my French, the police are fucking cowards. These are pussy ass fucking cowards, bro. Okay? That's just all there is to it. These motherfuckers are pussies. They're cowards. Back to what I was saying. If you are a H such as myself, these ICs are able to go on Google Maps and you pop up, like I tell you, at some point they have put you to sleep and they have put a chip in your ass so that Google can monitor you wherever you fucking go. So right on the screen of their phone, these ICs can go into Google Maps, boom, and wherever you are, you're going to pop up on fucking Google Maps and they're able to zoom in and watch you like a goddamn movie. No matter where you're at, anywhere you go. The police are able to do the same goddamn thing on their motherfucking laptop in their fucking cars and their phones as well. Okay? If you're an 8, you are a fucking target. And these motherfuckers are going to pop up on you everywhere you go, targeting you. Period. Period. Okay? When I got locked up a couple weeks ago or whatever, on the way to the jail, I noticed his fucking laptop. He was on fucking Maps. And this motherfucker had goddamn pins every fucking where. And I asked him, I said, what's all that on your screen right there? And he hurried up and he exited out of it real quick. But he didn't know that I had already sat there and read all that shit. I was looking at the whole goddamn thing before I ever opened my mouth. Man, on the screen of this motherfucker's thing, it had fucking, like, it showed him every goddamn working IC that was in his fucking county and all of the surrounding counties. And it told him whether they were male or female. Okay? Every fucking one of them. He could see all of them, all over the whole goddamn county, wherever the fuck they were at. Okay? It also told him where his deputies were, where his other goddamn, where the other cops and stuff like that were. Every fucking where. Okay? There's very few 8s, if any at all. But there were like 2 of them that had 8 on them. Okay? Those are motherfuckers such as my goddamn self. Okay? But on his fucking screen, it showed him exactly where these men were at all times. Why would they need to know that? So they could target these motherfuckers. That's why they need to know that. Okay? So they could target these men. If you are a 8, all right, how do you become an 8? Okay? If you haven't sold your soul to the devil, okay? If you hadn't accepted Bill and Emmy as your God, then you're 8. Okay? The only way you can 6 is to sell your soul to Bill. To sell your soul to the devil. You've 6'd. Okay? If you haven't done that, you're 8. You're of 8. The numerical value of God is 8. Okay? So you're either 6 or you're 8. There are other numbers associated with heaven. 7, 11, 8, 5, 2. You know what I'm saying? But to cut all that out of the equation, you're either 6 or you're 8. Okay? Simple as that. If I wanted to communicate to you about an 8er, I could use words like Freightliner. You hear 8 in Freightliner. I could use maybe an excavator. You hear 8er in excavator. I can maybe say a tomato. You see 8 in tomato? A potato, a tomato. A excavator, a generator, an alternator, an alligator. Do you hear 8 in all those words? Okay. So I could transparently communicate about your motherfucking ass in front of your face and you wouldn't have any idea. Right? Unless the police had put you in a class and trained you on what I'm sitting here telling you right now. They train these faggots in transparent communication. And what you're going to find in their arted transparent communication, it all revolves around men. Men and bees. Everything. Men and bees. Everything is framed in around this Holocaust that I'm sitting here talking about right now. All of it. Every fucking thing. Never let the fucking police fool you. These ain't good people, bro. These people are fucking trash, bro. These people are fucking trash, bro. These people are fucking murderers, bro. These are sick fucking people, bro. See, Bill and Emmy's rules are, if you're a man, you're going to transform into a faggot or a nay. Okay, that's Bill and Emmy's rules. That's hell's rules. So the police enforce Bill and Emmy's rules. Okay? That's why there's very few legitimate men left, if any at all. And if you are a legitimate man, you are a target. So you're either a nay or faggot, or you're a target. Period. No in between. It's so bad. And there are so few of these men left that they have chipped these motherfuckers. Okay? And right on the screen of these motherfuckers' phone, okay, they're able to pinpoint your location wherever the fuck you are at all goddamn times. Is this illegal? Hell yeah, it is. But they've never had a motherfucker like me to prove that. Fortunately, that motherfucker is here now. I just really hadn't, in like 3 weeks, I really hadn't felt like making any videos, bro. I'm so fucking burnt out right now. Like, I'm burnt the fuck out. And the only thing I can do is come on here on YouTube live and make my videos. They got my Facebook where I can't make lives. I can't do anything. Because the police is trying to suppress this information. They don't want y'all motherfuckers. They don't want the world to know the truth. They don't want the world to know what they done. Bill and Emmy can be put in prison for the rest of their fucking life. These people can be put to death. Bill Gates and Emmy can be put to death under current law for what they have done. They could be put. They could be given the freaking lethal injection for what they have done. Every fucking one of them. Mark, Emmy, Bill, and every police officer that you could prove had knowledge of what was going on, and they teach the classes in prison, so every damn one of them had knowledge of what was going on. These people can be given the lethal injection under current law. That's murder. That's conspiracy to commit murder. That's premeditated murder because they're planning to murder these men. It's a fucking plan. These people can be given the fucking needle for what they have done. I'll probably make another live tomorrow. I really ain't into it, man. I really don't care. Man, I'm like, I started this, I went through Harley Mez and started this, uh, replacement therapy, uh, testosterone replacement therapy. And, um, it isn't working like it should. I've done a lot of tests in my life, stuff like that. And this shit right here is nowhere near as powerful as the other tests that I've had and stuff in the past. Um, I feel a very small difference. I don't feel a real big difference. I do feel a very small difference. But I believe the reason that I do feel a difference is because I done a lot. You know what I mean? Like I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, for like 2 or 3 days straight, I done like 60 cc like back to back. You know what I mean? Hoping, you know what I'm saying, because I work out and stuff like that, hoping that I would feel a big difference. I feel a very small difference. It isn't what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be like, see, that's testosterone siphoning. Okay. Um, the test that I've done in the past was testosterone enanthate with the E. Um, I don't know what the chemical compound difference is. But I know that the E works a whole hell of a lot better. The Hello. I know much sitting here on live. Hey, hold on 1 second though. Hey, so I got an important phone call, y'all. I'm gonna end my live. And I'll get back on here later on, probably tomorrow. Like I said, I hadn't felt like going live in like 2 or 3 weeks, so and I think it's got a lot to do with the replacement therapy or whatever. But anyway, I'll talk more about that here shortly. I'm gonna take this phone call though. Y'all have a good night.